Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the most festive Christmas celebration destinations in the world in 2022.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the most cheerful global destinations that value a very Merry Christmas. Lapland, Finland. Snow generally comes to Lapland in late August, becoming progressively thicker through April. While it's not the only region with a long winter, the legion of pine and spruce trees supply Lapland with the persisting presence of a Christmas wonderland. The city of Rovaniemi has been declared Old St. Nick's unofficial second hometown, the highlight being Santa Claus Village. This charming village has cozy cottages, reindeer, and of course, is a great spot to see the Northern Lights. Although called Santa Claus Village, the bearded icon is also identified as Joulupukki in Finland, translating to Christmas goat. While Finland partakes in many of the Christmas customs we're familiar with, the country has its own traditions, like feeding small birds and taking a sauna. Lapland is especially popular among UK tourists, serving as a go-to getaway for a happy holiday. New York City, USA. Some desire a quaint, quiet Christmas. For those seeking something grander, New York takes its signature flair and amps it up to 11 during the holidays. The whole city is almost a Christmas tree, with each skyscraper shimmering like an ornament. Of course, when it comes to literal Christmas trees, there's no topping Rockefeller Center's celebration. Even if you can't make it to the annual tree lighting ceremony, a trip to 30 Rock is essential, especially for avid ice skaters. Central Park is also known for its ice skating, as well as carriage rides that are even more magical when the Christmas lights are up. There are more radiant light displays to be found at the New York and Brooklyn Botanical Gardens. Whether you've always dreamed of seeing the Radio City Rockets live or wish to channel Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2, New York has no shortage of Christmas bucket list items. Tokyo, Japan. Although Japan doesn't recognise Christmas as a national holiday, its spirit can be felt and seen throughout the country, particularly in Tokyo. Already a flashy city year-round, Tokyo goes all out with its parties, markets, and light displays during Christmas. Highlights include Mariachi Illumination, Shibuya Blue Cave, and the Tokyo Midtown Celebration. Be it a mall or a street, you're bound to come across a Christmas tree, or several. Amusement parks like Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea also know how to put on a show come Christmas time. For your Christmas meal, Japan puts a spin on sponge cake, decorating it with cream and strawberries. The most surprising thing on the menu though is KFC. Believe it or not, Kentucky Christmas has been a Japanese tradition since the 70s. It's a strangely satisfying alternative to the home-cooked meals some may be used to. There is a resemblance between Santa and Colonel Sanders after all. Bondi Beach, Australia. Even if you love Christmas, the freezing temperatures aren't for everyone. For anyone looking to trade snow for sand and sun, there's no shortage of coastal destinations to choose from. For a beach that does Christmas justice though, head down under. Tourists and locals regularly flock to Bondi Beach on Christmas Day, often donning Santa hats and red bathing suits. Instead of building a snowman, build a sandcastle. You might not spot Santa's sleigh, but maybe you'll see seasonal surfing. Why stay cooped up on this festive day when you can be outside, unleashing all of your holiday spirit? While unconventional, Bondi Beach brings out the sense of community that's at the centre of Christmas. For backpackers travelling solo, there's no such thing as being alone on Christmas when you're at Bondi Beach. Amsterdam, Netherlands. It usually snows between 20 to 30 days annually in Amsterdam. Even without the winter wonderland aesthetic though, Amsterdam's architecture has an old-fashioned essence reminiscent of Santa's village. Nowhere is this more apparent than at Dam Square, the natural spot to set up the city's towering Christmas tree. For Amsterdam's signature hipster crowd, funky Xmas market strikes the ideal balance between hip and festive. Riding down the canals during Christmas, it almost feels like taking a sleigh ride with gleaming buildings on both sides. Amsterdam is something of an underrated Christmas destination, which is great news for visitors hoping to avoid crowds. People are missing out on celebrations like the Amsterdam Light Festival, which will be illuminating the city with an Imagine Beyond theme in 2022. We'd also encourage you to imagine beyond your Christmas comfort zone, opening up to new experiences in the Venice of the North. Zurich, Switzerland. Who says that Christmas only has to come once a year? If you can't wait until December, Zurich has many amenities we look for in a Christmas vacation. Delectable chocolate, charming buildings, and neighbouring mountains covered in snow. All of this is taken to the next level when Christmas finally rolls into town. Zurich's fairy tale aesthetic lends itself perfectly to Christmas markets, light displays and carolers. Speaking of music, there isn't a more angelic attraction than the singing Christmas tree. Kids can have an enchanting experience aboard the Malitram streetcar, exploring Zurich with Santa himself. Meanwhile, their parents can partake in the ultimate Christmas dining experience. 2022 sees the return of the 5 Dining Experience, which features 5 courses from 5 world-class chefs under an immersive dome of moving imagery. Be it chestnuts, cinnamon or freshly baked teakle, the smell of Christmas is in the air. Vienna, Austria. Vienna's architecture is made even more beguiling when draped in a blanket of glistening lights. The Christmas markets and skating rinks turn Austria's capital into a regular North Pole. The main reason to celebrate Christmas in Vienna, though, is the music. No surprise, as Vienna is nicknamed the City of Music, with Mozart and Beethoven at the forefront of the city's astonishing heritage. The Konzerthaus Concert Hall regularly hosts Christmas in Vienna, with Wiener Singakademie and others set to perform in 2022. The sounds of Christmas can be heard throughout Vienna, from the concert halls to the churches to public performances. You can also get a taste of Christmas with traditional beverages like Glühmott, mulled cider, and pastries like Linzertorte. We've all heard the phrase chestnuts roasting on an open fire, but you'll actually see this being practiced at Vienna markets. Strasbourg, France. Yeah, we know how lovely Paris is this time of year, but Strasbourg is France's finest city for Christmas festivities. This is primarily thanks to Christian Delsmarich, a historic Christmas market that can be traced back to 1570. Over 4 centuries later, France's oldest Christmas market has become so popular that you may need to book a nearby hotel a year in advance. For a day trip, it's less than 2 hours from Paris by train. Nearly 2 million people visit annually, but this is one case where we say the more the merrier. Turning Strasbourg into the capital of Christmas, the market takes over the city centre, with more than 300 wooden chalets. At its heart, it's possibly the tallest Christmas tree you'll find in Europe. Sipping on mulled wine and snacking on Alsatian biscuits, Strasbourg is the embodiment of the Christmas spirit. Dublin Ireland. With Ireland being known for its frosty beverages, Dublin is the supreme destination to take on the 12 pubs of Christmas. The Temple Bar, O'Donoghue's, and Hole in the Wall are just some of the spots where you can get into the Christmas spirit. Aside from getting to the bottom of a pint, feel free to plunge yourself briefly into the icy Irish Sea from the 40-foot at Sandy Cove. It's become a thrilling Yuletide tradition in Dublin, but if you prefer to avoid even colder temperatures, enjoy a cup of hot chocolate at one of the Christmas markets. Or maybe you'd rather warm yourself with carols by candlelight. The best Christmas destinations will make you feel at home even when you're visiting from across the world. And that's Dublin in a chestnut shell. Copenhagen, Denmark. Christmas in Copenhagen. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Those who saw Frozen on Broadway will be familiar with hygge, a Danish and Norwegian term that epitomizes comfort. Such coziness is spread throughout Copenhagen, peaking during the Christmas season. This warm sentiment can be found at Tivoli Gardens, which brings people together with its shops, swing carousel, and over 1,000 lit up trees. Cuddle into a kayak on St. Lucia Day, taking in the surrounding light as you parade down the Nyhavn Canal. Watching the lighting of the Copenhagen Christmas tree is as satisfying as unwrapping a present. On that note, there's an assortment of charming gifts and treats to pick out at the Christmas market. Everywhere you look, it feels like Christmas. Not to mention hygge.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.